Alrighty, so I'm gonna see what I can do to make this okay. It's not a great setup, I'm just using my cell phone camera. So here's the Surface, and I put it to sleep, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So it turns on pretty quick from sleep. Booting up from a shutdown is longer, obviously, and you see the Surface screen and whatnot, but you can see the blink happening right there. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the keyboard down a little bit so you can see better what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe up, and it opens up here. Alright, let's focus. Okay. So the problem I'm having, because I'm also going to post this to YouTube so other people can see a possible issue with the Surface Pro 3. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue. Get this thing to focus. Okay. So that normal like flashy thing everybody already knows, that's just kind of the refresh going on. But you should notice some additional blinking. And if I press, so if I'm just kind of working around the screen, do you kind of notice all that happening? It should just start happening on its own. Mostly I notice it happens if there's like some movement on the keyboard, but it seems like it's kind of behaving right now. If I press, you can see what's going on right there at the very bottom, but if I press lightly on here, I can make it kind of blink. And it's not very hard press, it's probably, I don't know how to explain how hard the press is, but it's not ultra hard. So you can see it kind of makes it blink in and out. Sometimes it will go unresponsive, not from me pressing that, but just from it blinking. And when it goes non-responsive, if I go up and still touch the screen and touch where the start button is, and even like start trying to touch where I think, because it'll just stay like this, but I can press where the start button is and then touch where I think is going to be some program links, and then I'll turn it back on and it'll come up, and those programs that I pressed will be open, so I know it's still registering something after it goes dead. But I'm going to see if I can see what we can do here. I don't want to obviously do anything drastic. I don't treat my stuff bad. I don't want to, make it any worse. It's a good device. I have the pen with it. It's got some cool features. It's actually not hooked up right now just because I did a system like refresh on it to make sure. So this isn't hooked up. It shouldn't even, I don't think, recognize it other than just being a normal stylus. Well, it does a little bit. There's other features, like you double click the pen and it'll pull up like Paint and it'll take a screenshot. There's some other cool features that come with this once you actually hook it up to the Bluetooth. I'm sure you can look up all that info online, but so this is just kind of to show you some of the blinking. It has been a pretty big problem. I've noticed it's not being really bad right now, but that's kind of what you see is, let me go through and do a couple things here. Let's like open up Chrome, and once you're kind of floating around and type it, so you see the blink going on. Once you start kind of like getting going with it, put this back up. You can definitely notice it's kind of annoying. And then we're still moving, so let me open up Chrome here. There we go. Let's go to YouTube, I guess. It's kind of a long video for just a few blinks, but I was trying to get it to do a little something different. If I can get it to do kind of more of its, my guess is it's something to do with the ribbon cable on the inside, connecting the screen to the motherboard or the digitizer. I'm not sure which, because there's one end that connects obviously to the digitizer and the screen itself, and then one end that goes and connects to the motherboard. But I think it's probably loose or jarring or something's going on, because it seems like it's still very snappy and everything. I checked like updating all the drivers for the video card and whatnot, and everything was up to date when I did it, and I've kind of reset the whole system, and everything's been good. So I don't know what the situation is. You can kind of turn it on like that, and you can see even in the kind of wait screen it'll do some flashing. I gotta move around here. Actually, no. It's a good device. It's a stellar device when it's actually not doing the blinking thing. It's i7. It's very fast. I'll go ahead and open up the little specs here. So I'm just gonna end this real fast here now because I'm just droning on for nothing. I'm looking through my camera, so I. What am I doing here? This PC. The properties. So yeah, it's got the specs there. It's not a bad computer, especially for just like a little mobile device. Kickstand's good and everything. Goes through the full range of motion. Very handy, nice. I like being able to kind of go down all the way to work on it. Everything pretty nice. So it's a good device. Has a screen protector on it, so it's blinking, but it's protected. So it's all good. Kind of a little backlit keyboard here. It's a very clean device. I mean, it might end up running fine for you, but you're going to run into some kind of problem somewhere along the line. My guess is you're probably just going to need to replace the screen. I don't know how much that costs, so I'm probably going to run down to a repair shop and check it out, see what they would want to do that. And other than that, that's kind of what we got going on. All right, thanks.